Welcome, guys. Quick look at Discord, and I'm in the process of setting up a server for a developer. You'll have to excuse me, I've got a bit of a horsey throat, so I'm going to keep having a drink and try not to cough down the mic at you. But we are looking today at a really basic setup. I've simply started off when you get a new server, which I'll make one quickly. There you go. When you get a new server, it starts like this. You get just a basic text channel, general, and then a voice channel. I usually keep voice channels out the way. And then how you'd start is you click up here, create category, and then you can have different categories such as lobby. And then under that category, you can create channels such as general chat. So you might do that for multiple channels or categories. As I've just made for Starfall, which I'm working on at the moment, we've got this first one, which is I've called the landing pad, the second one lobby, third one secret base, and fourth one private. Voice channels out the bottom. I don't use that, so that can just stay there for now. In the landing pad, if you go right click, edit category, you can then go on permissions. And all I've done with this under the advanced permission settings, I've told it to let people view the channel but not send messages. So the only people who can then send messages in the whole of this category is the admin of the server and the developer. Inside that, welcome, we'll have a welcome post introducing people to the server and the game, a link to the game, simple as announcements, any new announcements about the game, change logs, forthcoming updates or anything can all go in there. And then socials will be links to maybe a Facebook page, a YouTube channel, anything officially connected with the game. Lobby is a default category. No permissions have been changed, so everyone who joins will be able to see and access everything in here. General chat will again just be a general chat channel. Suggestions is just a public facing channel so that people will be able to make a suggestion about the game or say something they do or don't like, and the developer can then respond to that. And then finally, bot commands. You want a commands channel just to keep things tidy. When you go under the server settings, just there, under engagement at the top here, you've got system messages. Now, I've turned off the bottom one for helpful tips, but this means when someone joins the server, there'll be a random welcome message, a prompt to allow members to click a sticker and welcome them, and then a message when someone boosts the server. The great things, it's nice to keep an eye on them, but you don't need them in general chat. One, if it goes somewhere like the announcements, it looks messy. If it goes somewhere in general chat, it gets flooded out. So having just a separate channel for any sort of commands like that helps just keep things tidy and organized. Next, secret base. This category under permissions, I've got it set as a private category, and the only people who can access it is obviously the admin by default and a new playtester role I've made. Everyone else can't even see it. No view channels. What this means is when the member joins, you can right click, go to roles, and give them the playtester role just by clicking on that. Now, with that role, any member will be able to see what's in this category. So the test feedback, if you've got a test running for a game, if you want to get people's opinions, but maybe you're testing features that aren't public yet and you don't want everyone to see them, it might be that you've encountered a bug and you want people to test that, but you don't want the whole world to know, hey, we've got a bug in our game. It's just nice to have some discussions private, away from public eyes. That's the thing about public relations. Sometimes you've just got to limit what people are seeing and when they're seeing it. And if you've got a fantastic new feature that may be 3 months away, you might not want people knowing about it just yet. Finally, the private section, again, like Secret Base, this is set as completely private. Permissions private, no roles have access. So the only people who will be able to access this is just the developer and myself at the moment. It's nice so that like when I'm working on the page, If I've got a suggestion I want to make directly, there's a couple of servers I've helped with, and we usually keep this private chat. But also, if you've got multiple developers or members of staff, or maybe a moderator, it gives you a place where you can converse with those again out the public eye. So this is a basic setup. It's all pretty straightforward. One thing people sometimes do is add just a little bit of aesthetics. In this channel bar, as you can see, if we go through any server, obviously I'm in quite a few here, but you can see all of these on the left hand side. It's just a list of text. It's a bit boring. So what we'll often do is set up some images or emojis just to brighten it up a bit, make it a little bit more interesting. Sometimes people will do it under the category like I have here, which is very minimalistic, but just helps also define the category from the main channels. And then other times, like we see in Jollyco's, there a lot of different channels have different emojis. So we're going to show you, just keep it simple on a category, how to do that. So easiest way I find is just a normal chat message. You can click this icon and it'll show you all the emojis. So we can put rocket. Okay. And then you can just right click, copy. And then if you go in to edit the category, you can just Control and V and paste that in. Nice easy way of doing it. And you can see now that the landing pad has got that. So we've got a really basic setup here. It is straightforward. So I'm just going to compare you now to one I set up about a week ago. A game called Plasma Born. In the welcome section, you can see we've got just a link to the game, telling people to go to the social link, join general chat, and then an image, and then also a post if people want to join the test group. What this does is when you click on that link, it creates a private ticket between the user and the admin or developer. And then through that ticket, they can sit there and say, hey, I'd like to become a tester, really like your game, etc., etc. And then all they do is click on them, click on roles, and give them the test through this one servers or install for just a play tester role. And then that would give them access to test feedback. So to do that, you use something called a bot. Sorry, my phone's not funny. Yeah, you'd use a bot for that. One is if you'd search Discord ticket. There you go. So ticket tool or ticket bot. Both sort of do similar sort of thing. You invite them into your server. Yeah, in many servers you will find a ticket tool or a bot like that. There it is. In this one for Wild Ride Expedition, ticket tool app, and that just works in the same way. Somewhere in here, there'll be playtest request. Click here, create a ticket, and then it gives you a one-on-one dialogue with the user so that you can add their role or give them, permissions they need. Once you've got that set up, it's just a case of building it. It's easy at first to sit there and think, oh, I've only got a dozen members or half a dozen members. It's not worth it. Don't give up. If you're only using it for your own benefit to like keep a change log or every time in announcements, oh, I've made an update to the game, post what it is. I'll show you another example. Damon, Exit Conditions 1. Another one I set up a while ago. And there you go. Under the announcements, you can see here constantly, putting what changes he's doing, saying what's updating with the game. People love to keep informed. And, he's made many, many changes over the last 6 or 7 months with the game. It is all listed there. And even if this server's got about 400 members now, I think. But even if it wasn't utilized that much, it would be a great way for a developer to go back and say, hey, This is what changes I've made. So yeah, I'm gonna cut it there. I didn't want to go into too much detail. There are so many bots, mini games, moderation tools, things for communities. There's so much to do with the bots on Discord. It's just a central place that anyone interested in your game can join and get a dialogue with you and hopefully start to build a bit of a community around your game. It's important for those people that you can communicate with to keep them in the loop, a bit of transparency, a bit of a community, and keep it growing. Okay, I'm going to go and drink some cough medicine. Hopefully that helps. I'll catch you again soon.